Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, D? What's happening? How y'all doing? Um, as you see, I'm in my Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm in my house clothes, and hey, Terry, what's happening, man? Hey, Dawn, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's enjoying this Saturday. Um, but what's up, Terry? I'm just chilling, man. Hey, Terry, man. I just had this discussion. I was seeing some conversations and some posts about correction facilities letting out inmates because of the coronavirus. Hey, Donna. Hey, Donna. And my opinion, I got a very interesting opinion on this. First of all, I think um, I think that there's nobody. I think that there's nobody around that that is more for. Hey, Latanya. Hold on, I'm gonna patch my man AJ in. I'm gonna bring AJ. Hey, what's up, AJ?
What's good? What's good?
Yeah. First of all, I don't think there's nobody more vocal on criminal justice reform, on the issues of accountability of the criminal justice system than I. I mean, there's other people, but I know I'm not tooting my horn or anything, but I've been out on the front lines. But when we talk about letting out, hey Lisa, exactly, D. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. There's a couple of issues that has to be, and D. Wilson said it's only low level offenders, but where they're going, and then they test them before they release them. Absolutely, because let's not get it twisted. Right, the virus is in correctional facilities all throughout the nation. Let's not be fooled about that. But I also think it's a social issue, right? Because where are they going, right? I mean, being a correction officer for 30 years, there's some people that's locked up that don't have homes. So where are they going, and are they being tested? And and you're putting another burden on the system right now, a system that is weak from fighting this virus. And then you're sending someone back to a family that's probably already struggling. So now this is another mouth that family has to feed, and maybe they don't have a job. Like really, like come on. And I know for a fact some of these brothers that's in jail, they work 2 or 3 jobs while they're locked in to send money home. So that little income that they might be sending home doing this little stint bid, they're not going to have that income neither. And where are they going to work? Everything's closed. Where they working at? So you're just sending poor people back to be with more poor people, and you're just causing the situation to get worse.
So let me ask you a question. So I'm playing catch up. So they're releasing the inmates.
Right. They're releasing, there's some states that are releasing low level offenders. And I think they're doing it in New York City too. Listen, like I said, I'm all for that. But there must be a plan. You just don't open up the gates and let them out. Right. You got to make sure that they're going. You got to test them. Right. You're saying, well, we they don't want them to catch the virus. The virus is already in the jails.
So, yeah. So what happens if they have virus, and then you just let them out. You don't test them, so you just spreading the pandemic even worse.
Right. And as Terry said, it's a huge equity issue. Absolutely. Because we already know that exactly. And we already know that black communities, they're already having reports that black communities are undertested with this virus anyway. They're already
Especially
undertested.
and densely populated, so got more people close together.
Exactly. Now, well, how are they going to get their license? How are they going to get back on social service? Everything's closed. Everything's closed. So so
So
so
there's no
all
plan. They just opening the door and letting them out. There's no plan. There's no nothing.
Well, I haven't heard of any. I haven't seen of any, and I'm waiting for anyone that is that knows what's going on. Please send it to me, or produce in this thread that there is an actual plan when they let these brothers and sisters out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against it. You know, low level people, if they got 2 or 3 months left, 4 months left, 5 months left, and they're trying to let it out, okay, fine. But is there a plan to support them when they get out? And are you sending them back to a home that you're just adding another burden to the family that's there now, because they might not have a job neither. So now you're putting another mouth in a house, and maybe the grandmother, or they might live with the grandmother, or someone, or the aunt, or somebody that's elderly, and you're endangering that family, because we know elderly people right now are subject to really get the virus.
So let me ask. So you think it's a matter of saving money to not have to care for them if they are affected, or protecting the COs, or what?
Now, I just think it's a matter of symbolism without any substance. Or
Nah.
but politicians making moves without thinking it through. Like I support the bail reform law, but I think it was poorly executed. So D. Wilson says, I'm going to read the whole thing. Prior to me coming to Westchester County, I worked as a New York City correction officer on Rikers Island. Some of these inmates come in sick. I mean, really sick. At least they get medication while they're in. Many are homeless, so they have 3 hots in a cot. They are sending them to run amok and being out there with no Department of Social Service. Exactly. Open then, to low levels will become high levels, and that's when we will have to sit on our front doors with firearms to secure our homes and family. And that's D. Wilson. Um, Latanya says, thinks they are doing them a favor. Letting them out is the plan. Mm. Donald Nolan says, wow, Damon, I never looked at it that way. Um, so we have to we really have to think about this through. We really have to think about this through, and martial law is coming. Stay woke. You never know.
It's a
You
great
never know,
possibility.
because some places, some black communities acting like we ain't even got the virus. Like they out. The hell with social distancing. They hanging on the block playing dice. They doing the same thing they were doing before the virus. They're doing. Unfortunately, they're doing it now. And when the numbers come back, we're going to see that we're going to get hit harder, and we lead in all the diseases that the virus attacks, and make us ill. And you're seeing young people, man. You're seeing young black and brown people dying from the coronavirus, and we're not taking it seriously. And then we're just adding another burden to the black community. We're just adding another burden to the black community right now. This is not the fight to be fighting right now. This is not. And I'm saying it. This is not the fight we should be fighting, bro.
don't know. I got mixed emotions about the whole thing. I think we're making. I think this virus is making a lot of people make moves that they're not really thinking it, thinking. They're not thinking about it. They're just doing it.
Well, like I
It's a
said,
lack of leadership too. Poor
well,
leadership too.
it's politically expedient, and one of the problems is that black law enforcement organizations are that deal with law enforcement and deal with and deal directly with the communities that um, that we deal with. We are always left out of the conversation. Like, and when we're left out of the conversation, they make foolish ideas. They make foolish ideas like this. They don't think through it well. And I'm not saying do not let out low level criminals, but have a process about it. Have a process about it. Make sure that person has somewhere to go. Make sure that person is welcome in the home that he has on the address. And make sure that person is not tested positive with the coronavirus. Make sure he has a contact, I guess, with social services. I don't know. Everything's closed. So I don't know how that's going to work.
I really don't even think they care.
Donald Nolan says, we were at the light today and a car come up with poor youth packed in the car. You could smell the pot coming out. Car.
And that's another thing. I
Not
still
anymore.
see people sharing spliffs. They smoking and they passing it. Like,
Oh, AJ, I don't know where AJ went. He's coming back. Go
my
ahead.
bad. I dropped my phone. I said, dude, we got a pandemic. How are you smoking or drinking after anybody?
Exactly.
You know.
Terry, my brother says, Terry, he says all businesses are closed except for the street business. Exactly.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Exactly.
Those don't close. Yeah.
Hold on. She says, the time says, as long as we continue to wait for this system to create opportunities and programs to assist our community, we will continue to lose. Absolutely, absolutely
Absolutely.
right. I really think that and when we finish this video, I'm going to change the title. But I really think if we don't come out of this as different Black people, if we come out of this as the same Negroes as we went into this, if we don't come out of this as a different America, as we went into this, I think it's going to be a sad day in America. I really do. We have to come out of this, as better people and a better government.
We also need to come out of this taking better care of ourselves.
Well,
Learn,
absolutely.
if we don't learn nothing else from this whole thing, better hygiene, eating better, and taking care of ourselves. Like if nothing else comes out of this, if that's the only thing that comes out of it, then at least it wasn't just a waste. Like, I mean, because you got to take care of yourself. I mean, I'm not gonna keep beating that horn, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, listen, you listen. We have to, Black people, we lead in everything. Heart disease, we lead in high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes. We lead obesity. We lead in everything, every chronic
Every
illness.
illness, right?
So for us not to take this serious, for us to be sitting home, and I'm not knocking if you do, Y'all are grown ass people. You do what you want to do. You know, for us to do it, then it's ridiculous. Let me read. Lisa Mitchell says everything is closed. I question why they even claim money from the stimulus bill is going to these social service agencies to render aid. No one can make contact. They aren't thinking anything through. Exactly. Um, 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 the Times says, listen, they can continue to do what they have always done because they're always winning. We must be different because we are always losing. Absolutely. Donald, Lisa Mitchell says, yes, AJ. And Donald Nolan said, who made the choice to allow the prisoners out? Um, I'm from what I've saw and what I've read in New York City. It's the district attorneys. It's the different district attorneys. Hey Nas, um, and Monique James
Very
says that's
nice.
correct. My brother Kenny Miller says, just like everything else, um, some will take heed, and unfortunately, others will continue as nothing ever happened. And that
Absolutely.
comment was about, will we come out of this epidemic? No, pandemic. I'm sorry, this pandemic as different people. And again, hey Nas, what's happening, sis? Love you, miss you, glad to see you online. But I think we have to come out better people.
But they,
Politics has to change. Go ahead, brother.
so um I don't know if everybody knows. So tomorrow on the show, we doing a show like this. We're not gonna be in the studio, but we got the Westchester County District Attorney on tomorrow. Has Westchester made a decision on the prisoners yet? I know you said New York
No,
City, and so that'll
no,
be definitely a good question to ask Scarpino when we interviewing him tomorrow.
right. No, Westchester hasn't. What District Attorney Anthony Scarpino has not made a decision, but I don't know how many low level people that are left because of the fact the bail reform ain't hardly nobody in jail. So we're really or we're already at a low number. So I don't know who they're going to let out, because if they're talking about the people, the majority of people that's left are looking at state time, meaning that they're looking to go upstate and finish their case, and then we hand them over to state, or we have federal inmates. We have MS-13, and we got a lot of gang inmates, a lot of gang activity from federal inmates. And I know the communities that I know for a fact, those communities that these guys were taking out, they don't want them back. Maybe
Yeah,
their
Suffolk
family
County and
do,
all that. Yeah, they're not the MS-13 dudes. No.
right? But their communities don't. Their family might want them back, but their communities don't. And if you're a Fed and you have that MS-13, they got some heavy weight on you, meaning they got some heavy evidence that you've been doing something. So, yeah, I'm just giving these facts out, whether you like the facts or whether you don't. I'm just giving the facts out because I know at the end of the day, right, it will be the black and brown and poor communities that will be affected. That will be affected.
Absolutely.
So all the rich communities that average $600,000 a year, that's in Westchester County, raise your hands and take an inmate. Raise your hands. All the communities that average income is $500,000 and up, raise your hand and sign up to take an inmate.
They're gonna tell you them inmates didn't come from their communities and they ain't coming
Well,
to
well,
their
well
community.
then why would you send them back to the black community? Why would you send them? Why would you send them back to the black community?
So they're not a liability to the county.
But and if they're not being tested, So let me see. Crystal Kamani. Hey, Crystal, she says we have to change the way our thinking. Hey, sis. Monique James says we will come out as better people. However, the mentality has to change. Absolutely correct. Then she says, hell nah. Coming back to Natanya says, NOI 9 uh, Nation Islam Ministries to build a nation. We'll share ministries if anyone interested. NOI 9 Ministries. This is what we need to implement. This is what we where would you go? This
Need
is
to
what we
need
implement
to
African
implement.
American
Mm.
community. Absolutely, absolutely. Nas says, keep the menacing asses right where they are. We have enough to deal with already with Rona. D. Wilson says, I was listening to Mayor de Blasio, and it was said if you have a felony, you will not be released. This only pertains to city jails. As far as federal custody, only low-level offenders and the only federal municipalities. I heard speak about it was Chicago. Okay. Yes, yes. Everyone is good. Crystal, thank you, thank you. Hope everyone in your family is good with you also. Yeah,
Everybody tuned in. I hope everybody's family is safe and everybody's taking care of themselves and keeping
yeah,
themselves safe. Everybody who's listening and will watch this later.
yeah. And tomorrow, please tune in. It'll be AJ. He will be up here, and hopefully Dr. Bob Baskerville. Um,
Yes.
yeah. I won't be on. But God
Yeah,
help.
we're gonna have the Westchester County District Attorney Anthony Scarpino. He's running for reelection. This is a good time. Y'all tune in and y'all ask questions that y'all want answers to. This is a very important race. District Attorney race is one of the most important races in the county. Especially how yeah, criminal justice will be in the county in the black and brown community. So, everybody tune in. Like I said, if y'all got questions y'all want me to ask, just send them. Just put them in the comment section, and we try to get all the questions answered. We need to check these candidates out and vet them real good before we just give them our vote because they're on row A or something like that. We need to be more informed and more informed voters, and we need to actually pay more attention to who we giving our vote for, because we just vote for people. We just throwing our votes away, and
Exactly.
we need to be more responsible. And we can't afford to in a position like West County District Attorney. We just can't afford to throw our vote away. So we've interviewed his running mate. His opponent, Mimi Roca. You can catch the interview on Black Westchester, and she'll be back on the show. She's actually challenged Scarpino to a debate on the show. I will see if he accepts, which I don't expect he will. But yeah, you'll pay attention. Please tune in tomorrow, 6 to 8, and like I said, come with them questions, and you know what I mean. So we can get some of your concerns addressed from your district attorney.
Yeah. Tanya says health, human services, agriculture, education, defense, art and culture, trade and commerce, justice, information, science, technology. Let's build our own priorities. Absolutely. That's what I've been talking about for years. That's what we was talking about with the Westchester Black Political Conference, which we ended up, AJ popped out. Hopefully it come back in. But that's what we was talking about with the Westchester Black Political Conference. Also, people, if you like, I have a website called politicallyindependent.org where we talk about this, where we talk about building institutions within the Black community. Hold on, let me bring AJ back in. Where we talk about building institutions in the Black community. Congressman Adam Clayton Powell, and which I quote in one of the articles, and I'm going to say it a couple. I'm going to give him credit a couple of more times. Then I'm going to claim it as my own. Um, but he says that black power, having black power, meaning having institutions in the black community, having black people having institutions, is the saving grace of America. And I totally agree. You know, us black people owning institutions, owning businesses, hiring black people. It's not about being racist, right? It's about us taking control of the communities and us helping people. You know, I mean, if we don't do it, who will? We don't do it, who will? And it's not about hatred. You know, it's not about, if we're being pro black and talking black power, does not mean that we're anti anybody. We just want the same that everybody else has. We just want to be side by side, not behind, side by side. And that's what America is supposed to be. But America isn't that. So how do we get that if we don't have our own? If we don't have our own newspapers, if we don't have our own radio stations, if we don't, if we don't have our own businesses, our bakeries and everything, how do we do that?
Well, let me.
How do we be equal?
I also want to say, and for the few things that we do have, shameless plug, Black Westchester newspaper and the radio show. For the few businesses that we do have, um, businesses that actually support their community, we need to greatly support them. Um, a lot of times when we do get something, we don't support it, and then we complain we don't have anything. We don't have anything sometimes because we don't support what we do have. So support those businesses, the black businesses in your community that are definitely supporting your community. You know, support them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep talking for a second. I'm just fixing
Oh
this
yeah,
time.
yeah, and supporting your supporting. Like Black Westchester. I mean, I'm not just talking about us, but supporting. You know, keeping our dollars, recycling our own dollars is another thing we don't do in our community. And we're one of the only communities that do not. Our dollars come out of our community just as fast as they come in, where they recycle 6, 7, 8, 9 times in other communities before they leave the community. You know what I mean? So we have to do better as far as that concerned. Support the black businesses, especially the good ones that are supporting the community, that are providing services. I mean, some of them, we got bad black businesses, like we got bad other businesses that treat us bad. I'm not talking about those, but the ones that are definitely providing services in the community and supporting the community, you definitely want to support them. And like I said, I mean, we can't complain that we don't have anything. And it's easier to
Absolutely.
maintain what we do have and then continue to build on them with others than starting from scratch every couple of years.
Absolutely. 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 Black businesses are taking a very heavy toll from the coronavirus. And that's going to be a shock to our economic system. It's going to be a shock to our communities. It's going to be a shock to a lot of black families. Even with this stimulus package, what is $1,200 going to do, right? What is $1,200 are going to do? Are these rich landlords going to start evicting people? They say.
Well, it's supposed to be a 90-day window where there will be nothing going on, like there will be no evictions and stuff for like 90 days or something like that. I think that's throughout the state and and some other states. I don't know if it's nationwide yet, but I know definitely that's one of the things that they put through on the state level, um, where you have like 90 days. There won't be no evictions for at least 90 days. And I know some companies that they work in that's the field they work in, and they're closed right now No, there won't be no
So so
evictions.
so so when does the 90 days start? Does the 90 days start when you lose your job, or does the 90 days start when they officially shut down the coronavirus?
That that
So so
no,
so,
I think we're in the beginning. We're in the process of the 90 days. But that's a very good question, and I need to probably look that up so we can share that information because that's all you're hearing is 90 to 120 days, but you're not hearing when this starts. So
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
very good
yeah.
question.
When does it kick off? Because
That's what the funny thing is. The funny thing is, you have to be careful with stuff like that and have to ask those questions because technically we're coming upon,
the
we're past
90 days.
90 days of Corona. If Corona started in December, what I'm saying? Like, so you don't know when it started. So yeah, we need to look into that. I know there's find out, see if I can find Bob to find the legislation and maybe get one of our state officials on so they can explain that.
Yeah. So um So Latanya says, this is our wake-up call. Let's make a commitment right now that we will support Black business for 12 months, period. Make it termination. This is what we do for 12 months. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
I I
and
I
and,
I, I agree.
and I asked Damon yesterday, the other day, did Cupcake Cutie have gift cards? If you are not buying anything right now, you can still support because a lot of these businesses that sell goods sells they they're not going to survive 90 days with no customers. You understand what I'm saying? There
Hmm.
was a report I just seen on the news. They said a lot of black businesses are not gonna a lot not black businesses. A lot of small businesses are not gonna survive 27 days, 21 to 27 days without being open, without bringing in any income. A lot of them will close, white, black, and different. But if you have your, say, a Cupcake Cutie, a restaurant that you like, um, buy gift cards now to keep them, have some income coming in that you can use later. You understand what I'm saying? So you still
Absolutely.
support and you still have it, and then once this is all over and you can actually start going out and going into the businesses, you have your gift card that you can use or give it away, give it as a gift to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, so they can use it. But that's one way that you can support some of the black businesses. Some of them do have online stuff that you can buy, and um you can patronize online, do that. But we have to do what we can do to sustain and keep our businesses open. Black Westchester, we've been trying to. I mean, of course, we live on advertising, but some black restaurants, of course, Cupcake Cutie, some of the black restaurants like Sugar Plum and New Rochelle, they barely keeping their doors open, but they were still fixing food for the seniors and delivering it to the seniors for free. You know what I'm saying? So, we've been plugging businesses like that, encouraging people to go support them because they're supporting their community. And I talked to the owner several times. I know her well. She sometimes feel like her community don't support her, but she still didn't count it robbery to still sacrifice and support the community and support the seniors that are in need and serve them and deliver meals to them. Like you have to applaud that, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
absolutely.
Businesses, you want to support your black businesses, especially your black businesses that support your community. So we try to plug them a little bit on our social media right now. You go to our Instagram page, there's a couple of them, local businesses that we recommend that y'all try to support. We try to do a little bit like that right now so that you can, so who's out there. And so I just can't bang that in enough. Support. We have to support
Exactly.
each other. Yes.
Exactly. So
Shout out to
Kwame,
Brandon. I see Brandon Crump's tuned in, and Asha Castleberry's Hernandez tuned in. Louise Cherigo's tuned in. Cookie Alexander Campbell. I don't know if she was tuned in earlier. I see her name in there now.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kwame Madison said $1,200 is a joke, but Canada's giving out money to July. Absolutely right. Um,
Well,
and
that's
she
supposed to be
said,
1,200 for for an adult, and then there's up to like $500 for children under 18 or something like that.
yeah, 30. Yeah,
But there's also, I think unemployment, which you were supposed to get was 350, 325, but the stimulus plan makes it $600 a week. So they are supposed to be rolling that out. I don't know when that starts. I heard it could be as early as within the next 3 weeks. I'm trying to find out some more information about that. So for unemployment, and I don't know how that rolls out. I've been hearing a whole lot of
they're
things.
not. They're not even sure when. They're not even sure when is it going to run. Foreign Barnes said $600. She said, I guess when you was talking about the extra money.
For the
Si-
children, it's $600 for children,
yeah,
twelve hundred
yeah,
dollars for adults. Yeah,
yeah.
but
So
then the unemployment is $600 a week.
right, right. So but we don't know when all that's going to do.
And how does that trickle down? Because
Cookie says
we have
unemployment got.
businesses,
Go
huh?
ahead.
We
No,
have
Cookie.
businesses that are somewhat cash businesses, like they work day to day. Some of your barbershops and hair salons and stuff like that. They don't work that day. They don't get paid that day, and some of the employees are cash people. So I don't know how that works, and I'm still looking into that if for people who didn't file income tax, because supposedly this is supposed to trickle to even people like that, but it has not been explained in any way, at least so that I can understand it, so that I can explain it, how that's going to trickle down. So I'm still looking into that right now. If anybody has anything or see comes across any information, please email us blackwestchester@gmail.com, because I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to work on a story for that now.
Crystal said, put a list of Black-owned businesses up on this page we should support daily. If we can't support right now, then whenever we can. I would love to help any way I can. At the end of every month, check in on each business and see how they're doing. That's a great idea, Crystal. We're gonna work on that. Nas says, but unemployment is overwhelmed and people can't get through to them. Absolutely. I mean, look, what, how are we going to get services when, how are we going to get services when nobody's at work? Except essential services. And big shout out to all the essential service workers. I mean, I still say that all the essential service workers are going unrespected. We had 9/11, and it was a big shout out to all essential service workers. And nothing happened. And then they had to fight just to get money when they were down there cleaning up 9/11. They had to
Mhm.
fight. They had to fight for that. And
Yeah,
that's
some people still trying to fight for um,
exactly. And
their
as a
health.
union person, go ahead.
I think some of the people who had health issues were still trying to fight for some of the insurance benefits to cover some of the things that they got from being down there. From some people still are in court trying to get money. For their condition that they got from the first responders from helping, and then some of the people's families, they lost family members that were helping, and were first responders down there helping, and not a lot of money trickled down to the family, after they died. So there's still people that are not straight from that.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
And
So,
as far as national disasters, there's still people not straight from Katrina. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, as far as national, we see Puerto Rico, people are still not, there's still people not straight from the from all the national the disasters we've had recently. Over the last decade, people are not straight with those yet.
yeah. So, but On that note, I also want to say before we get out of here, man, because I got to lay down. I also want to say that if you're in a union, if you're a first responder and you in some type of union, you need to be on your union president. I don't care what union it is. I don't care what level you are. But if you are a first responder and you're in a union, you need to, or part of what they call essential services, right? Y'all need to sit at the table next contract time and negotiate some pandemic money. Negotiate pandemic money. Because see, if they want to shell out billions and billions of dollars, in which they can because we print the money. We make the money, right? We need, but people that put their lives on the line every day, these nurses that go, these doctors and nurses and 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 people that clean the hospitals, right? When we have a situation like this, they need to get cut a check. They need to get cut a check for putting their lives on the line. I just saw a video. I just saw a video of a nurse that quit because she was ordered to go up on the floor where they had the coronavirus, and her boss knew that she had certain illnesses that will make her immune system weak, and she could be exposed, and she quit. We should never have to deal with it. Nobody should ever have to deal with anything like that. And being degraded like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it shouldn't just be the bottom line. You got a lot of these departments and these commissioners worried about overtime instead of worrying about their employees' health and well-being and their families. You have a lot. And it's a damn shame. And when this is over, I'm gonna let some motherfuckers have it. Straight up. But let's all work together right now. But when this is over, I'm gonna open up my damn mouth on this because this is horrendous. How some of these heads of some of these departments in so-called essential services is treating people that come in and put themselves in the line of danger. All for the bottom line. All for goddamn money.
I don't know if you see the video that Miss Irene Renee did about them going to the VA to try to get testing and try to, and how the VA has been non-cooperative and they've been back 3 or 4 times and they've not gotten anything done with the VA. I'm gonna send you the link. You need to watch that video, David. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to.
Donna said, absolutely horrible. Praise. Donald Nolan says praise to all the nurses and doctors. Crystal Kamari trying to catch up. Crystal Kamari says absolutely horrible. Cookie says, and all the workers, Donna. Donald Noah says, Damon Jim said you're the man and need to run for something. Tell Jim thank you. And the only thing I'm running is my foot up some of these leaders' behinds when they don't do right. And that's
Absolutely.
it. Because I'm going to stay free. Because when you get into politics, you get bought. You get bought.
And if you're not bought, you don't last long. So
exactly.
I do want to say, while we're talking about the healthcare workers, all my praying people out there, I ask you to pray for all healthcare workers, all first responders, including police, fire, emergency services, corrections, and all healthcare workers in any capacity working in the hospitals, in the nursing homes. We just had another nursing home And it hit me real bad too. You know, my mom passed like 5 years ago. She was in a couple of the nursing homes. Like, yo, had this going on now, or had this happened 5 years ago when she was going through it, I was there every day. I would not be able to go and spend time with her and even visit her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just imagining how I would have felt. That hit me the other day, and I can just
Yeah,
imagine how these family members feel. You know,
absolutely.
because they can't visit their loved ones in the hospital or in the nursing homes. So pray for all of those affected, but
Yes,
pray for all the first responders, especially healthcare and fire, police, emergency services, corrections. Pray because they need your prayers. We need to keep them covered because they're on the front line every day taking care of us, trying to help the situation, help those who need to be helped. So I just want us to always remember them.
exactly, exactly. D. Wilson, she said, should have been mayor of Mount Vernon. LOL. Damon K. Jones. You know, and I tell D. Wilson all the time, if I would have ever won something like that, I would have been assassinated.
Wait, you see Lorraine's comment?
No, I'm getting ready to post it right now.
Her,
Lorraine
her
said, my
sis-
sister works in the bank. Everyone tested positive, but her. Because she had no symptoms. Only when she was the last one standing did they close. Wow, that's crazy. They don't get, you know, the relationship with management and dealing with this, it has to change. It 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 it, it has to change. Cookie says, that's right. My husband is going through it now. Hasn't saw his mom since March 2nd. Wow.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
I can't. Yo, my mom passed 5 years ago. Well, going on 6 years in May. I can't imagine not have been able to visit her. So I just want to pray for all of those that are in situations like that, because that's got to be gut wrenching. Like, yo, David,
Absolutely.
imagine it. David, imagine if you couldn't visit your mom's. Like, you
Dude,
couldn't.
I was
You
telling
couldn't.
I was telling my wife the other day, and you know, I said maybe it was a blessing that she left when she did, because if I was taking care of her the way I was taking care of her for those last 2 years, I would have been a wreck right now. I would have been
Yes. Yeah,
I would have been a wreck. I would have
absolutely.
definitely would have wouldn't have to get tested right off the bat, and then I would have had to just stay with her.
Right.
I would just have to stay with her and might not have got paid. Might
And
not have
and
got
it's,
paid. I
and
would
for them
because I
and
wasn't
for the
going to work.
and for the facilities that they was in, I might have got arrested when they told me I couldn't go in there and check on her. I'm just keeping
Exactly.
it real. They might have had to arrest me to get me out of there because I was like, there's no way you stopping me. Like, there's you can't check on your moms. Like, you know. So anyway,
Exactly.
anybody just we hear all these things, but we don't hear these sides of stories. And you know, they talk about all these other things, and I just want y'all to uplift all those people in prayer, man, and keep all of those in and I know people keep telling you, you'll stay your ass in the house if you don't have to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Even people that think they ain't got it, they walking around passing it around to others, and they taking it home to their elderly that live with them. And yo, just stay your ass in the house, yo. This don't discriminate. Young people thought that they were told it didn't bother them. Now we found out that that's not true. Everybody, yo, stay your ass in the house if you don't have to go nowhere. That's all I can say, yo.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me read some. Brenda Crump says PCAs, CNAs, and LPNs are on the front line in patient care because they are the ones dealing with the patient's bodily fluid and waste. Facilities need to supply these healthcare workers with all the necessary protection gear. Some facilities are not. And let me tell you something, some law enforcement agencies are not too. Crystal
Yeah, they
Kamani
got
says,
they got they got a hospital. They got hospital workers in the city wearing glad garbage bags
yeah,
over their clothes instead of they don't have even here they don't have they're not they weren't providing everybody with the protective gear that they need, and they're holding on to it and being selective, and some of them just ran out altogether. Like this is it's crazy.
yeah, yeah. It's real sad. You know, it's real sad. But at the end of the day, man, we have to stick we have to stick together um, as a community. You know,
And can I just throw one more thing in before I forget
yeah,
too?
man, go ahead,
See,
go ahead.
see, check on your seniors. Like I live next door to some seniors, and I've been checking on them, seeing if they need anything from the store. They need to keep their behinds in the house. So check on them to make sure they got all that they need. If they need stuff from the store when you're going to the store, if they need stuff, make sure that they're okay. Just check on them. Either call them or whatever. Just check on them. Whether it's in your building, whether it's on your block, check on the seniors because there's some seniors ain't got nobody. One of my moms, she lived in a senior building, and she was concerned one day that something might happen to her, and they might not realize her body was in her apartment for 3 days. Like, because some people just like that's a reality in some of these places.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like that nobody would know that for 3 days that she nobody's seen her. Like and she's been dead for 3 days in the building, and nobody would know. Like you know what I'm saying? So check on your seniors seriously.
Well, yeah, yeah, man. You got to, yeah, yeah. We have to, we have to be able to, well, I mean, not only check on, not only just check on the seniors, man. Yo, make sure that they doing right. Let's,
Well,
yo, make,
that's what I mean. That's a little more than what, but that's what I mean. Check, make
oh
sure
man,
they got what
yo, I'm
they
serious
do.
about that because let me tell you, brother. You know, I'm not going to name the spot, and I'm just going to be nice. But the senior home that my mother was at, you know,
My mom
they
was there too.
they should be happy. They should be really happy. I didn't sue them.
My mom was there too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm 100%, and that's where I was going with it because me being there, there was still things that fell through the cracks, and I was there every day, and I witnessed so many people that didn't have family members checking up on them every day, so they was even further down the list. You know what I'm saying? Like they was,
Right,
I don't want
right.
to say straight neglected, but me being there every day, I still had to get on staff because things was falling through the cracks and things wasn't being done. Certain things wasn't being done. So that's what I'm saying now. Imagine now you can't even check on your moms or your family member to make sure things is good. You know what I'm saying? To stay on top of the staff to make sure they're doing things and catch the
Yeah,
things that they miss. You know what I'm saying? I went through two. I went through Wahlberg and I went through Duma in New Rochelle. You know what I'm saying? They both dropped the ball.
wow.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it because I'm
That's
about to write an
crazy.
article. I just was in pain and I didn't get a chance to write it, but I'm about to write an article about the care of senior care and how we need to check and on even with on normal situations we need to check on them and make sure that they're doing well and that
Right.
the staff is doing what they're supposed to be doing and they're getting provided all the services that they need to be provided. Because one thing I will say they're overstaffed, understaffed, and overworked. They won't hire more people, but they want them to do twice as much. And there's some dedicated people that are busting their butt, but there's some people, man, they really don't even need to be having that job. To be honest, I almost got to a fight with one or two people, males there, because I was like, yo, they just shouldn't have the job because they don't care. It's just a check
Wow.
for them.
Wow. See, that's sad, man. And that's,
And
that's
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 without a coronavirus. That was just normal. That was 5 6 years ago. That was 2014. There was no virus then. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what it is now.
see, that's sad. See, that's really sad, and we shouldn't, you know, and we shouldn't even be like that. You know what I'm saying? But what can you do, man? What can you do? When you're trying to, I don't even know, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Denise Smith said sugar plums in her shell from day one. When I started, I told her what I was doing out of my own pocket, feeding people and checking on people. And she has ensured that the seniors that call for food, we go out and deliver it to them. Um, Shout out to you, Denise. And yeah, LaShawn is doing a great job with that whole thing. And Sugar Plum, like I said, that one business in particular is evidence of a community that didn't support their own business, but the business is still supporting the community. And that's why I'm just really bigging that up, because I know it personally and I know how it is. My community doesn't support my business. So I understand.
Yo, so not only
You know what I'm saying? So I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I really, really understand that. So, you know,
not
but we still do. But we still do for, we still, you call us when you need us, and even though, you don't support. You know what I'm saying? The ones that can. I'm not
listen,
talking about the ones that don't have it, but the ones that can, that have the ability to just choose purposely not to. So I
listen.
understand about you not being supported in your own community, but still not counting it robbery to do what's needed in your community with what little you do have. Hell, they started a GoFundMe for her business. I ain't had no money. I gave $50 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like I just did, because like, yo, I want her to be able to continue to do what she's doing and feeding people.
No, no, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think we have to. I think we have to be able to. I'm doing other things because I'm trying to end off with something funny, but um, I think we have to watch our seniors, man. I mean, even it's hard for my wife because she has to drop off stuff, at the door, and
Yeah, because now you can have it even when you order with Uber Eats. They give you the option. Do you want them to leave it at the door? Do you want to meet them at the door? Or whatever. Like they'll just, if you put leave it at the door, they'll just drive up, leave it at the door, ring your bell, and walk
right,
away. So you don't come
right,
into contact with each other, which
exactly,
works, which protects the driver and protects the family. So
right, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely,
it's
man.
and also those people. I forgot those people. We talked about them, first responders. Them Uber drivers, the people that are making deliveries, they're also on the front line.
Oh,
They're coming in
absolutely,
contact with everybody. I did forget them. So anybody who's just those essential workers that they talk about that have to be there, that come in contact with the public, that are providing those services, pray for them, please.
absolutely. Please do, please do. Um,
And I don't know what Damon's last thing is, but one of the last things I want to say, and every time I say it, I know I lose some of y'all. God is trying to get everybody's attention. That's all I have to say.
oh, absolutely. Listen, man. Listen, this is what we I wasn't able to do it, but I wasn't it's just
Good
not
night,
letting.
Donna. Donna said good night. Good night, Donna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good night, Donna. 'Cause, yeah, it's time for me to call
Yeah.
call it a
I'm
day.
about to call it a day too because I got
Yeah,
things to
yeah,
do.
but
I gotta get ready for tomorrow. Uh-huh.
before we leave, man, I want everybody, man, to really say a prayer for the Rivers family. Lulu Rivers passed away, and family's well known in the city of Mount Vernon. I've known Lulu for over 20 some odd years, man. Practically, to be honest, over 30 years, even before her and her family and Miss Rivers. Please, everybody that is from Mount Vernon or everywhere, man, please pray for the Rivers family, man.
No doubt. And not only that, pray for everybody. I know you've seen on Facebook. You know people whose family members are sick and who have lost loved ones over the last 2 weeks, man. I personally know several people, and then I know some people by reputation only. Everybody I'm seeing, it's a lot of people we all know who just lost a family member or who has somebody who is struggling right now, because of this coronavirus, or they're in the hospital or something. So let's pray for everybody affected, however they're affected. Let's pray for everybody affected.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can do it. Hold on a second, man.
Well, I
Hold on.
saw the pictures. That what you're trying to do?
Nah, I'm trying to do something else. Hold on a second. Maybe I can do it. Maybe we could end. Hold on one second.
While he's doing that, as you can see, I'm letting my Corona beard grow. I ain't shaving till this is over. I'm letting my little Corona beard grow.
Your Corona beard?
Yeah, my little Corona beard. Yeah, I try to shape it up a little bit. I was letting it all go rough, but then I shaped it up a little bit. But
All right.
yeah.
So I want to end out, man, with this song. What the hell's the page, man? Trying to do a lot.
Yes, I felt the need to write this song about the problem we're having in our town. Listen, don't let the corona get on ya. Don't let the corona get on ya. You gotta do the best you can. Make sure you wash your hands, and then don't let corona get on you. Solid echoes, help me say don't do, yes, don't let corona get on you. I said don't let corona get on you. Well, you gotta do the best you can. Make sure you wash your hands. Sure, I don't let corona get on you. Now listen to this here. I may not work for the government. I may not have a doctor's degree, but this here is common sense. When you cough and when you sneeze, cover your mouth and put it in your sleeve. That will help the rest of us from catching the corona disease. Oh, the corona disease. It's a serious thing, y'all. Don't let the corona get on you. Well, you gotta do the best you can. Yeah. Watch your arm and don't let the corona. Yes, sir. What I want y'all to do, keep it away. Keep it away from me. I don't feel your germs sneezing on top of me. Coughing all in the air, acting like you just don't care. Keep it away from me. I've got a can of Lysol. I've got a bottle of pine salt. Said I'm gonna keep it under lock. I even got a bottle of rocks. You're gonna keep it away from me.
Yo, that's it, y'all. We are out of here. Peace, 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 peace. I don't know where AJ went, but we out of here.
I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm typing on the. I'm typing.
God bless y'all. I'm gonna take a nap. It's bedtime. So y'all be good. Everybody be good. Peace out. I hope y'all enjoyed what we talked about, and I hope we come out with something. And peace out, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Send me the link to that video.
All right.